All right, it's time for a closure exercise. Now I'm going to present the problem to you in this first video, and then in the next topic we'll go through the solution. Now this particular problem is something that you can see on the internet. It's a problem that is many times presented to illustrate closure. Maybe a part of a JavaScript interview as well. So it's very practical in the sense that it's the kind of problem that people present to see if you do understand closure. So let's take a look at what that is. All right, so I have an array here, an array of learners, and there's just names, first names in this array of learners, total of 5, that's all there is. Then we have a for loop, and we are looping through that array. We've declared the variable, we go through the loop while it's less than the length of that array, and then we increment it here. And then inside of that loop, we have a set timeout. And this is the function that gets placed on the queue once the time has expired. So set timeout is handled by the browser, the web API. And when that 2 seconds expires, then this function here is placed on the queue. And the event loop, as soon as it has space for it, it adds it to the stack and that function is executed. Okay, so we know that whole process. Now let's just go ahead and see what the results are from this. If we're looking at this, what is it going to display? Console log. So if I open up the console here, basically I get 5 undefined statements. That's all I get on the log. And so when it is logging to the console, it can't find anything in the array and it just prints out undefined. So this has 2 parts to it. This exercise has 2 parts. First, I want you to think about and be able to explain why there are 5 undefineds. Why does that happen? And explain it in terms of things we've learned about scope. The second part is to then use closure to solve this problem so that that doesn't happen, so that we actually get logged to the console the names that are here in the array. So 2 parts to that exercise. Now, I will say right now, there is a simple way to solve this problem, but I want you to use closure to solve it. We'll talk about the simple way at the end of the solution, because I think it's important to understand that as well. Both closure and both this other concept are both important to understand. So take some time. When you're ready, move to the next topic and we'll go through the solution.